13th episode of the Go To Techie Show. I'm your host, Isaac Swenson. Got a great show lined up for you. First off, if you have any tech questions, feel free to email me at thegototechie@gmail.com or leave a text or video response below this video. If you're watching on YouTube, also check out my website, www.thegototechie.com. And on there I got all my sponsors, including GoDaddy and eMusic, so help support those sponsors, and when you do that, you'll help support the show. Alright, first off, we're going to be talking about drive formatting programs. So if you're going the Windows route, the one that I've used in the past is called Swiss Knife. Right now it doesn't support Windows Vista or 7, so if you have to have a previous version of Windows, it works great on XP, so that's just what I used it on. It has a full format or quick format options. You can have multiple partitions with it or just a single partition. It supports high-speed USB, PCM-CIA, SATA, SC, SI, and USB 1.1 and FireWire external drive. So it supports a multitude of different drives. It supports fixed and removable disks. It also supports FAT32, and NTFS file systems. It allows the creation of a single partition of up to 500 gigabytes of FAT32 or NTFS file systems. You can also you can modify partitions that already exist, which is really good if you're trying to, if you want more space for an operating system, you install it on another partition in your hard drive or something like that. And then, like I said before, it only runs on Windows XP and then back. It doesn't have Vista support or Windows 7 as far as I know. On the Mac side, Apple does actually have a great disk utility. All you have to do to access that is you go to Applications, scroll down to Utilities, and then open that, and then you'll see it should say Disk Utility is one of the utilities listed there. You're just going to load that up, and it'll show you all the different disks that you have currently on your computer. So if you have like your internal hard drive or a flash drive, or it'll even show partitions on there. This one, it's worked really well for me. I haven't actually done that much drive formatting, but it works great. It does what I need to do, and it comes with my Mac. So all you Mac users out there, you're good to go. If you have another good, free application for drive formatting for Mac, let me know. Just send me an email about it. I'd love to hear about it. I didn't really find any other good ones, but if you know of a good one, just shoot me an email and I'd be really glad to hear about that. Alright, so next, what we're going to talk about is, it relates to this. We're going to talk about how to install Linux from a flash drive. So basically, when you install something from a flash drive, you need to format it. So that's why I talked about disk formatting. So first, what you need to do is you need an ISO file. Basically, that's just a disk image file. So what you can do, one of the more popular distros of Linux is Ubuntu. You can download that at www.ubuntu.com/getubuntu/download. So basically, you're going to download the file. It's about 700 megabytes, 800 megabytes. It'll take a little while to download. You can also get CDs from Ubuntu with their distro of Linux on it. I just download mine. Once you download it, you're going to want to download a program called UNetbootin. I have a link in the show notes where to download that from. Basically, what you do then is make sure your flash drive is formatted to FAT32, and make sure that it's large enough, has big enough capacity to extract all your Linux files to. So then on UNetbootin, what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, this is the ISO file, or you're going to say, this is the type of Linux I'm using, here's the ISO file, and then you're going to say, here's where my flash drive is. So basically what's going to do is you're going to take all the information from the ISO file and extract it to your flash drive and make your flash drive bootable. So once you do that, you'll just point it to all those things and let UNetbootin work. After it's done extracting all the stuff to your flash drive, you'll unplug it and then plug the flash drive into one of the USB ports you want to install Linux on. So you'll plug the flash drive in, and then under the BIOS settings, you'll choose that you wanna boot from the USB drive. So there'll be a list like your hard drive. You can some of them have a network boot option, USB drive, other choices. So basically you want to move your USB drive up to the top. Now when I did this with my little laptop, what happened was the BIOS wasn't updated, and so it didn't recognize my flash drive as a boot option, so I updated the BIOS. So you might have to do that, but so then plug your flash drive in, select it, and it should boot from your flash drive. So then once you do that, it'll guide you through the install process. Mine didn't take that long. And then once you install it, every time you start up your computer, you'll have a menu where you can select what you want to boot into. So you want to boot into Linux or your other operating system or a different one. So you can then select that, or if you just want to boot straight into Linux, nothing else on your hard drive, then it'll just boot into Linux. So that's pretty much how to install Linux from a flash drive. Obviously, as I said, you want to have a bigger flash drive to do this. Also, if you need to partition your hard drive, for the Windows side, the one I've been using is called Partition Wizard. You can download that at partitionwizard.com/download and get that running right from there. That works really well for me. I haven't had any problems with it. Of course, Mac, they have a great drive utility, does partitions and stuff like that, so Macs, you're good there. That's about it for show 19. If you have any questions about installing flash drive from your flash drive or drive partitioning, feel free to shoot me an email or leave a text or video response below this video. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And once again, if anybody knows of any great drive partitioning programs for Mac, I'd be happy to hear about those. I haven't come across any good free ones yet. So if you have any of those, just send them by and I'll be glad to take a look at them. Alright, that wraps up show 19 of the Go-To Techie Show. Next week we're going to be talking a little bit about programming for the iPhone and for Android. So I don't know much about that currently, so I'm going to do a little research and talk to you guys just to see basically what it entails to make an iPhone app. So stay tuned for that next week. Once again, if you have any tech questions, email me at thegototechie@gmail.com, and make sure to check out my website. You can also follow me on Twitter. I post all my episodes up on there. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, just go to twitter.com/iswenson, and it'd be great if you follow me. Alright, that concludes episode 18 of the Go-To Techie Show. I'm your host, Isaac Swenson. Keep it sweet.
How could you be so honest?